We're gonna make this over.
And we're going to use a pizza box, an old gift wrap tube, some scissors, and some tape. First, we cut off the top of the pizza box. Then we cut the pizza top in half. And to make the paddle, we want it to be symmetric. So we'll cut it in, as we cut it in half, we're then going to staple the two pieces together. After they're stapled, then we will draw the shape of the paddle. Paddle usually looks something like this. Now, we'll cut out the paddle. We now have two parts to the paddle. The brown side will be on the outside and they'll be symmetrical. Now we take our gift wrap tube and we cut 4 slits. Zoom in here.
Yeah, I am.
Cut one slit, maybe about a little over an inch, another slit right near it, and we cut 2 slits on the opposite side about the same length. We now have 4 slits that our paddle will go into. This will be the handle. Now we take our gift wrap tube and our paddle and we insert it into the slits. One side and then the other side. Now if I didn't say it, we wanted to make sure that the paddle was wider than the tube is in diameter. Now we're ready to tape it and do final assembly. Alright, to give the paddle a little bit of depth, you can see there's a little gap there. We want to make that gap and fill it in. And so we'll use some scraps from our cutout of the paddle. And I'll just trim up a couple pieces here. And these pieces will be stuck inside and that'll give it a little bit of depth. A little bit of thickness. That'll work out really well and give it a little extra strength. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll just stuff in our little pieces here into the paddle. We have a couple more in here. I think, maybe, I don't know, probably about 6 or 8 pieces will be good. And now it'll have some thickness. Now we do our final assembly here. A little packing tape is the easiest way. But lots of different tape will work. Start out with just a couple small pieces by taping the top. So we get the top. Then we go down to the bottom where we want to get around the circle.
How about this side?
Yes, and we'll get the sides next. First we get this side over here. We wrap it around.
I know, maybe I get the circle right there.
And wrap it around. Just to give it that initial connection. Now, as my assistant here said, we'll start on the sides. And this is where you just press it together. There's our assistant, and you'll just press it together. Now we'll get it nice tight on this side. And then we'll do the other side. We'll press it together. Piece, stick it right here on the top. This is again just to give it some strength. Right there. We'll do one on the other side. And the last part for this
very last
will be to finish up these edges. We want to make sure these edges are nice and closed. You can see these gaps, so we'll just put a little bit of tape. Kind of smaller pieces, maybe 3 inches. And we'll just pinch that off, close it up tight, and we'll do that all around. And with that, we have our finished paddle. Our assistant will show off the paddle. Show off the paddle. How's it work, Will?
Good.
There you go.
This is a film filmed by Connor, the cameraman, Tim, the host, and Will, the assistant. And we are now ready for the skit for the blue and gold at Cub Scouts.